I'm going in today and I'm going to pitch some movie ideas. And I've never done this before, so I'm trying to document this process for myself. Hopefully it's going to be something that I get better and better at, because I'm a storyteller. I will not, however, I'm not going to do frontal anymore. It's just not happening. Unless the material is really good, which I haven't encountered that yet. Like if I could do like, you know, something artsy, like Boogie Nights or something like that. These pitches totally are about movies that I want to sit in the theater and see. This movie is called Into Africa. It is a sequel to the now famous Out of Africa. You see a hand shoot up through the earth, and it's the hand of Dennis Fincham. He's not dead. I'm not suggesting that we get Robert Redford for this role. I think we can find someone, you know, who greatly resembles what Robert Redford looked like at that time. Da, 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 da. We change it because we couldn't use John Barry's original score. We kind of maybe like music it up a little bit, like da, 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 da. So it's Dennis and Farah and the lioness, you know, and it's almost like the Wizard of Oz, except we're missing like the Tin Man or like, you know, the Scarecrow. We got 3 instead of 4. And a little bit has gotten in her eye, and he reaches over and he removes that small little tiny piece of sleep from her eye. And in that moment, we see this incredible bond, something more than a regular bond that is forming between the lioness and Dennis. As luck would have it, there's a costume shop. They go in the costume shop and they dress up the lioness like a Danish man who's mute. We are now going to travel back into Africa, and that's the name of the movie is Into Africa, for a double wedding. And at the wedding, Farah is getting married to Karen, and Dennis is marrying the lioness, who is now he's calling Daisy. Half of the seats fill with humans and half of the seats fill with animals. We get further and further away from this idyllic setting, you know, and we're now looking from outer space at the earth itself, this beautiful little ball, and the continent of Africa itself is a heart, signifying the true joining of mankind and Mother Nature, okay? It's a love story. And that's pretty much the 3 acts.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there's a movie here.
But Trevor, I have one more that I want you to hear, and it's great. Just, you know, give me a second, and you're gonna love this. This is really gonna be, this could be like the next big blockbuster. And I imagine it should come out like during the summer or something, because there's themes of baseball. We're taking the characters that were created in The Shining and we're making this movie called The Glittering. And Wendy is now a single mother. She's living by herself, raising Danny. One of his teachers suggests he should join the softball team. So he gets up to bat and he's swinging, and he's swinging, swing, swing, and she's gripping this even non-existent bat, just gripping it. And so, you know, he's like, forget it. He storms home, goes up to his room, slams the door. Tony, the little boy that lives in Danny's mouth, crawls out of Danny's mouth that night while he's sleeping. And he's probably about the size of my finger. And he sits right on the edge of the table and he just says, Danny needs to go to Disneyland. And they get to Disneyland, and who greets them but Mickey Mouse himself. Mickey Mouse, who kind of has a thing for Wendy from the very beginning. And Tony, of course, who's, you know, now kind of mostly living outside of Danny's mouth, winks. He winks at Wendy and says, that's the guy for you. So they all go out to dinner. We hear this sputtering, this coughing, and Tony falls out of Danny's mouth onto the table. He's choking. He's choking on a lobster, a piece of the lobster. Jiminy Cricket is living inside of Mickey Mouse's shirt pocket, and he hops out on the table and he proceeds to start giving Tony CPR, because you know how when you give CPR to babies it's different than when you give it to adults, and you have to exactly be gentle. Jiminy Cricket just blip, pop. Black screen cut to 3 months later. They're all living in Boulder, and this time Mickey Mouse is coaching the Little League team. And Danny winds up, and we don't even do that cliche on the 3rd one he hits it. He hits the first one out of the park. Boom! And the softball is flying and flying. As we close in on the softball, guess who is sitting on the seams, on the cross stitches? It's Tony and Jiminy Cricket. So that's the glittering. That's it.
Is this a joke?
No.
Is this a joke?
No. Other people are interested in this idea. I've got some meetings in the Valley today, and we do. And actually, we should be going. That's a wrap. And this is a wrap. I'm throwing it all away. I'm starting from scratch. I mean, I'm taking the energy in, but I'm taking it in a different package. Hi, Gregory. Her assistant, actually, Chantal, just gonna be videotaping this.
That's fine.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna pitch you one such movie right now. Okay, we open, and up in one of the trees, a squirrel eating a nut. We are inside a modern day taxi, New York City. The squirrel crawls out of the bag, jumps onto the taxi driver's head, and he gets into an accident. He swerves, boom! He hits the back of a New York City bus. What are you doing out there? It's the cabbie, the bus driver is now saying. It's just mayhem. I mean, there's policemen everywhere. We don't even know where to look. And there, of course, underneath the bus wheel, the squirrel is dead. The squirrel is dead. So now we cut to the funeral. A smallish coffin beside a very beautiful, beautiful graveside. And we have people really that populated the squirrel's life from the beginning to the end. The star, me, if you want to picture me. And at that moment, her lover takes her hand as she's saying goodbye to the squirrel, and he says, "I'm your brother." So, you know, it's a strong film. I mean, I think that about covers it. I mean, that was the beginning, middle, and end, and you know, I mean, I see this picture is probably doable for $20 million. I don't want to say no to anything, you know? It's just like ideas should go through you and they should come out the other side. So you're interested?
Oh, definitely.
And I'm not surprised because I have interest from a couple of the other studios as well, so...
Well, I know some of the guys at the other studios, and
yeah.
So you definitely don't want to work over that.
Okay.
I like it. I like you. I like it.
Yeah.
I like us. Well, I'll tell you what, you know, why don't we get together tonight? And,
Okay. The furry ride.
I like it.
And you see it's the end of the squirrel's tail. Just the hint of it in the marquee. Put it there. All right. Okay. Give me a buzz. Give me a call.
Yeah. Just
okay.
leave your number with Tyler out there.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Great. Oh, hi, Tyler. I fucking saw it. I don't even know what I saw it. Do you hear me? I mean, I think that I'm gonna get a deal. I'm gonna get a deal.